Welcome back. Today we are going to solve merge intervals in Swift. If you're new to this channel, what I do here is solve LeetCode problems. I also sometimes do some tech reviews along with Tesla reviews and tips and tricks there. Mainly LeetCode and Swift is what I've been doing recently, teaching Swift. As an iOS engineer, often when I go into interviews, I am asked to solve these problems, and most of the time they're supposed to be in Swift. There are times where I'm able to do it in something like Python or JavaScript, but most of the time it's recommended that if you're applying for a job in Swift, you should do these problems in Swift, although they're not really related. Regardless, the point of these videos is to show you how to solve certain LeetCode questions in Swift instead of using something kind of more robust and have better usages like Python. So here is Swift. Here in this for this prompt, we're asked to basically, given a collection of intervals, we want to merge all of the overlapping intervals. And what is considered overlap is when the two values here compared, where these first value here 2 overlaps between 1 and 3. So here when it's 1 3 and 2 6, 2 overlaps the 1 and 3, so that'll become 1 6. 8 does not overlap 1 6, it will be its own interval, and same for 15 with 10. There is unique cases where they're exactly the same, but they should overlap. They're considered overlap, and in order to consider that, what we're going to do is check between this value and this value. When this is greater than that, we want to grab the opposite. So we check if this value is greater than this returns false, and opposite would be true. Same here, where 2 is greater than 3, it's not. So opposite that, return true, is an overlap. So you can't do the opposite. So for example, is 3 less than, so is 3 greater than 2? Yes, this would work here. Is 4 greater than 4? No, this would not work here, right? So this is the reason why I wouldn't work the opposite direction, and that's the reason why we have to do it that way. So to get started with the code, first thing we want to do is actually sort it. And the reason why we want to sort it is because if we don't sort it, there are possibilities where 1510, for example, is in the front. So we want to sort this first. So in order to do this, we do let sorted intervals equals to intervals dot sorted with curly braces, where the current value at 0 is greater than the other value, is less than the other value at 0. So you can always call this let intervals as well. Just for the ease of reading this, I decided to call it sorted intervals. Then we're gonna have var an answers, and that's gonna be a matrix of int, to the array at least. And we're gonna have that, right? So from here, we're gonna do a for loop for interval in sorted intervals. We're gonna first check if we have a value instead of answers first. And the reasons why we're doing that is because if not, we want to add the first value in. So answers.append. This should only happen the first time, to be honest. You also don't have to do it here. You could also just add it here ahead of time, but then you would have to do a for loop here where you do based on integers through index count versus not doing it and just doing it as a for loop. So here we go. We check if answer is last. If there's any value, there isn't at 1 3, so we add that 1 3 first. Then we have to consider 2 6. So what we want to do is if the opposite, where interval 0 is greater than last value at 1. So if interval 0 is this one greater than that, no, return false. That is an overlap. Then what we want to do is answer.remove last, and what this does is removes last value. So here remove 1 3. And what we do is, remember, we already have the reference of the last one here anyways. So what we're going to do is answer, not ans, my bad, answers.append, and what we're going to do is the minimum value of a 0 and the last 0. And then we're going to also do the max, and the max would be between a 1 and last one. And what we're going to do is put this in an array because this is a 2D array. So for ease of reading this, I am going to do that, and we're going to move this here. so you can read it. So here we go, min A0 last 0, max A0 last 0, and if there is no overlap, we just want to add the interval, right? And then after the for loops is over, we're just going to return the answers. And now we're going to run this code really quick to make sure we have everything. Clearly not, so I'm missing something here. So what is going on? What is so it's not A, it's answers. Clearly you can tell that I've gotten used to just writing a bunch of stuff in small numbers and letters. Oh, right, sorry about that. Not it's last. Nope. It's interval, not A. Okay, interval 1 and it's last 0, and then answers, not answer. Sorry about that, lots of typos here. Should be typing this a bit better. Okay, so here we go. We have the answer here, 16810. I also like to do custom test cases for the other prompt as well, just to make sure that our other case worked. As you can tell, it does. And then we're going to submit. I already submitted for the third time, so now it's going to be a lot less efficient. When I submitted a few minutes ago, it was basically 80% efficiency, it's 80% faster. Memory wise, it's about the same. For those that want to know time complexity, this is O of n. It's actually O of n plus O of n log of n because of this sorted method here. With sorted, it's n log n, and then you would also add in the n here for loop, so it's O of n plus O log n. So it's O n log n plus n, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong anywhere here, or if anyone has a better solution, please feel free to put it in the comment below, and I'll probably make another video to fix it or have a better solution. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked this video and this helped you out, please consider giving this a like. If you want to watch more videos like this, more LeetCode videos based on Swift or Tesla videos or tech videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks and have a good one.